The Senate has continued to confirm President Trump's judicial nominees despite the coronavirus pandemic slowing other congressional action. A CBS News report details that since February, the Senate has confirmed 9 federal judges, bringing the total number appointed by President Trump to 196. And last week, the Senate voted to confirm 3 nominees to district courts, with more votes scheduled for Memorial Day. For more on this, I'm joined by CBS News political reporter Melissa Quinn. So, Melissa, what have we seen from the Senate in regards to these judicial nominees in the midst of this pandemic?
Well, just in the last month alone, the Senate Judiciary Committee has held 2 confirmation hearings for 2 of President Trump's nominees to the Federal Appeals Court, one to the D.C. Circuit and one to the 5th Circuit. And as you mentioned, just last week, the Senate passed with bipartisan support 3 of the president's picks to the federal district courts. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has already teed up votes on 2 more district court nominees, which the Senate will get to once they return from their Memorial Day recess.
Well, some Democrats are criticizing this, saying if we've got to be in Washington, we might as well focus on the pandemic at this point. Give us a sense of what Democrats have been saying, and what's the counter been from the Republican Party?
Well, Democrats on the Senate Judiciary Committee sent a letter to Chairman Lindsey Graham earlier this month saying that the committee should not be moving forward with these confirmation hearings, but rather should be devoting its time and its resources to the federal response to the coronavirus pandemic. They say that the Senate calendar allots them more than enough time to focus on confirming these nominees once the public health crisis subsides. Now, Republicans, however, say that the Senate is more than capable of walking and chewing gum at the same time. Republicans say that they can confirm these nominees at the exact same time they are conducting their oversight responsibilities and working on another legislative aid package. They also say that confirming federal judges and filling these vacancies is a form of responding to the coronavirus pandemic in itself, particularly as we've seen a number of lawsuits move through the federal courts challenging some of these stay-at-home orders from mayors and governors.
Your reporting mentions Justin Walker. Remind us again, particularly of why this was such a controversial nomination.
Senate Democrats have a number of issues with Justin Walker, who is the president's pick to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit. First, they have some concerns about his ties to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. They also say that he really lacks the judicial experience needed to serve on the D.C. Circuit. That's the second most powerful court in the country, only behind the U.S. Supreme Court. He served on the federal district court in Kentucky for just a few months now, and they also have significant concerns with some of his previous comments about the Supreme Court's 2012 ruling upholding the Affordable Care Act. He called Chief Justice John Roberts' opinion in that case indefensible. And Democrats say that if Walker were potentially given the opportunity in the future to dismantle Obamacare, they really feel that he would take that chance.
What's interesting when you look at this, President Trump has managed to confirm 196 judges on the federal bench. Is that normal for a president?
No, that is not normal at all. In fact, President Trump is currently second only behind President Jimmy Carter in terms of the overall pace of judicial confirmations. The reason for that is Congress actually expanded the federal judiciary under the Carter administration. Where he is exceeding his predecessors, though, is in the rate of confirmations of his nominees to the federal appellate courts. At this point in his presidency, he has confirmed, or the Senate has confirmed, 51 of president's nominees to the appellate courts. That's more than any other president at this term in their presidency. The Senate is poised to confirm 2 more, which would bring the total to 53. And Republicans and Democrats alike actually agree that the president's impact on the federal judiciary is likely to be his longest lasting legacy.
And you can see exactly why. Fascinating reporting. I want to thank you very much, Melissa Quinn, for joining us.
Thank you.